through penalty in this race, so it's a big moment.
It is a big moment. Akid Aziz has won this title, of course, in the past. He's the current championship leader, but only 11 points clear of McKinley Carl Paz. A story about McKinley Carl Paz as well. He's the teammate here. Sorry, not of Haziq, but he's in the same Yuma team. But he's a teammate of Fernando Mazzato. But McKinley Carl Paz had such a disappointing qualification. He's right at the back, and we'll be starting from the back of about lane number 30, 31.
Yeah, he's actually lucky to be starting at all. He had a great ride through the pack, as we have a quick look at Fizziz there on the machine. But McKinley Carl Paz just so lucky to be on the grid. Teammate, of course, to Fernando Mazzato there. He came from that 31st position all the way through to 6th. Will he go better today? Big ask, but we'll find out soon.
Piripong Globoinpeng was actually second fastest in qualification, but they do a super pole as well in the underbones, and so the top 10 have an opportunity to get a really quick lap time. Akid Aziz was fastest in qualifying and in the super pole. A little bit tough on Piripong, second fastest, but 6th fastest overall. But yesterday he made a really good start, Piripong Globoinpeng. He's one of those who, again, doesn't maybe get the points perhaps he deserves. He's always there or thereabouts amongst the leading pack. Hasn't got the points racked up with him.
No, absolutely. Wayu Aji-Triliksana, he had a great ride yesterday. Thought he had that victory, didn't he, when he went over the line there? But unfortunately, it wasn't to be for him. So keep an eye on him. I'm sure that he'll be one of the riders that wants to make the most of the race today.
Okay, it will be 6 laps when they get going. The haze, as you can see, is significantly thicker than it was yesterday. Haze has been afflicting Southeast Asia over the last month or so. Nonetheless, it's deemed good enough to still be racing, and here is the starting grid. On row 1 will be Akid Aziz. Next to him, the red livery of Izan Zaidi on the Yamaha, and Hazim Farouz, another young Malaysian, looking just to try to pick up some points. Baye Zekri's done really well to be in P4. Fernando Mazzato and Piripong completing the front 2 rows. Ahmed Fazli Sham, a veteran at 36, is alongside another veteran, the Indonesian ex-champion Wayu Aji-Triliksana, and Effendi Rosli in P9, P10, 11 and 12 is all Indonesian. Peter Kreshna, Murabil Bitoni, and Wawan Wello. Look out for Wawan Wello in the yellow. Wayu Nugroho, 13. Richie Toroa went out on the first lap yesterday in 14. Rizal Friadi, it's an all Indonesia, row 5. Into row 6, Aldi Satya, who I know you like, the youngster, the 14-year-old Hafiza Rofa, and Mohammed Iqbal Abdul Malik completing row 6. 30 qualifiers and another 3 on the grid. You've got Ayman Azman, Amrul Arif Musa, and Rozaima Mohammed Saeed, who came 3rd yesterday from P21. Tenku Amrul alongside Fitri Ashraf, and then John Igito from the Yamaha Sniper 150. He is from the Philippines. That is the first 8 rows of the grid. Very congested, expect contact. Hafizat Supat, Agung Fakrul, Sharil Amin, all capable of getting into the leading groups. Mohammed Azhar Abdul Jalil. Travis Hall, the young Aussie, is doing the circuits. He's in P29. Mohammed Shah Carol Hisham in P30. Then you've got the 2 Vietnamese riders, Duc Tan and Phu Tan, bikes 193 and 99. McKinley Carl Paz is starting from P33. He was the championship leader at the start of this weekend. Shafiq Grosley and Ahmed Fazrul Sham on the United Oil Y-Tech Liberty Racing team. They complete a very congested grid. Big track, lot of space, but there's not a lot of space on the racing line.
No, there certainly isn't, especially in this class. Everybody just aims to get behind the bike in front of them, to get that slipstream, Des, because the slipstream, especially in this 150 class, is what it's all about with those big, long straights here at this Sepang circuit. You can see there, that's the back straight. This is the key corner to get the drive down into the turn 15, the braking area there, which can pretty much determine your positioning in the race. There's one short drive up to the finish line after the straight that we're looking at now, but this is where the key action on the last lap will be. We saw it yesterday, everybody figuring what a close race it was. We had, Des, 5 or 6 riders all within half a second yesterday. So.
And that excluded the 3 who were wiped out on the final corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this final corner is just where they're heading into. Racers, this is the long straight that we're talking about. You've got the grandstand to the riders left to our right, which is undergoing renovations at the moment, so you can't get into the grandstand if you're coming down to see this racing. But some of the riders do try to hug into that grandstand just to avoid the frontal wind.
There's the wind. There's also they don't want anyone to go up the inside. It's there's so many different riders with different ideas as to which is the right line there. It's a very tricky, calculated time, and you really do have to think about it, especially on that last lap. People will be jockeying from throughout the race to figure out what's best for them.
Into the UMA Racing pit area. They were celebrating yesterday, but Akid Aziz, reminder, has got a ride-through penalty. So the number 13 at some time in the 6 laps has got to dip into the pit lane and come back out again, and that will cost him, what, 20, 30 seconds?
Oh, at least. It's going to destroy his race, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does. Does he stay up near the front until the final lap and pull in to show the others he could do it, or does he come in early and try and get out there and get some points? But it's going to be unlikely that he'll win this one.
What would you do?
I'll tell you after the race, if it works.
Red lights go on. 6 laps of the Sepang circuit. Akid Aziz on the extreme right gets off to a decent start. A little bit of a wheelie, but he's down very low over his handlebars, and he will be leading coming into the first corner. Akid Aziz won yesterday, won the second race in Zhuhai as well, but Izzat Zaidi in the red liveries got in front as they turn into that first corner, and we're looking for contact a little bit further back. This time it looks like all the riders have got through nice and safely, but that sharp left-hander as they go downhill, it's a difficult circuit, this one, Steve, because of the undulations, because look at that drop down that hill and then into the right-hander.
Yeah, it's really hard to see it on the TV screen, but it really does as they climb up the hill to turn 4 for the first time. That's the cleanest start that we've seen for these boys in a long, long time, but it is Izzat Zaidi who's just been overtaken by Zegri Sabri, who's taking the lead at the moment for his turn at the front leading this bunch of big gaggle of riders.
Also 27, Hazik Farouz. Look out for Hazik. He's a local boy who's really making good, and Hazik, I think it is, who's taken the lead at the moment, and for once the underbones are stretched away. Our first casualty of the day.
That's Nugaro. He's gone out as Wayu Nugaro. Sure what the reasoning for that was. It didn't look like he fell down. It looked like it could have been a mechanical problem.
And as they come through the haze, wow, for the first time it's significantly worse than yesterday. Effendi Rosley, bike 36, he was at the front until he was wiped out on the last corner yesterday. So this time it's a lot more respectful of the space from the riders. I'm not quite sure what the difference in the mentality is today, Steve Martin.
I think that's Izzat Zaidi, so number 88, that's Azza Abdijali who's gone down.
On the Yamaha, Malaysian started at the back, so he's out. Young Bhutan is out as well from Honda Racing Vietnam. At the front, Effendi Rosley goes round the outside. Izzat Zaidi is still leading. Akid Aziz is there as they come into the first of the long straights, just down the hill. And for once, a procession in Underbone. This is unprecedented.
Well, it looks to me like Izzat Zaidi's just done a brilliant job at stretching the field out for the moment as they all jostle for position heading into that final corner. But he's done a great job. It looks like it's the number 36 who's taken the lead. Oh, that's right. There, he's gone in. He's gone in. That's Akid Aziz. He's gone in for his ride through straight away. So he's going to get it out of the way straight away.
Okay, so what Akid Aziz is doing is he'll try and stay in contact as far as possible. He's got to really be disciplined here. The temptation just to pull on that throttle at this stage is huge.
His big issue, as we look at the riders heading back into turn 1, is that if he speeds in pit lane, he will get another ride-through penalty, so he can't afford to do that.
Okay, McKinley Paz is the other one that we're really having a look at. McKinley Paz hasn't made an impression on the first 20. He's got to wait. Oh, this is torture for Akid Aziz. Now he can rejoin the race. Surely too far behind, surely.
Yeah, he's way too far behind now to be able to at least win it. All he can hope to do is try and pick up some of the tail enders, then maybe get a slipstream, but he's not going to be in for victory today, which will end his running streak. He's won 2 in a row up until this point.
3 races in total and 4 podiums. He'd like him just to pick up some points. McKinley Calpaz is the other that we will be keeping a close eye on. Bike number 123. At the moment, he's not in the top 25, but remember yesterday, he came through very, very quickly, McKinley Calpaz, in the latter stages, and he picked up 10 points in the end for a 6th place finish, McKinley Calpaz. At the front though, this is Hazik Faruz leading the way. He's taking Amrul Arif Musa, he's taking Effendi Rosley with him. In fact, Effendi takes the lead. And those two are jousting for position, and as they go up that awkward little hill into turn number 10 and 11.
Well, it's certainly not stretched out now by any means, Des. The lead that Zataidi had early on has been eaten up now, and now everybody's just feeling each other out, trying to stay out of trouble. Easier said than done in this class, with Effendi Rosley leading the way at the moment. Lots of different lines into this corner here. This is the all-important jostling corner to get onto that back straight. Everyone will be trying to figure out where's the best grip on the circuit to get that drive onto that back straight.
Fitri Ashraf Razali posted the fastest lap time, 2:37.674. Now, Fitri Ashraf was way down in P number 23, so he's in that little group, and if you can somehow get yourself relatively close in going into the final lap, you never know, you may well have an opportunity. They come into the home straight for the 2nd time. On this occasion, the man leading the way is Faiz Zekri on the green livery, and Faiz Zekri leads. He's had a good weekend. Izzat Zaidi from Effendi Rosley, Aldi Setia, Hazik Faruz and Fernando Mazzato looking a little bit further down. Still no move. Pirapong has dropped to P18. Wawanwello P19. Ahmed Fazli Sham P20. But the gap between 1 and 20 is 2 seconds. Phenomenal.
It is, isn't it? It's definitely not a lot of time. Basically, the bike nose to tail all the way back to 20th position. The man I'm liking on track at the moment, there's a kid as is. You can just see the deficit that he's got to make up. He's at least 400 metres behind the guys in front. We'll keep an eye on the times, but there's no way that he's going to catch up to this gaggle of riders. But that number 570, keep an eye on Aldi Sataya there, because he has been looking good all weekend, and I think that today could be the day that he, if it all goes his way, he could get a victory.
He's on the tail end there of Hazik Faruz, the 570 in the blue livery with the yellow helmet. Young rider from Indonesia, we've been keeping a close eye on all season. There in splendid isolation for us as Hazik it is, who's late onto the brakes. Hazik as they come round this sharp right-hand corner, and then they'll dip down into a left. Now somebody's in a bit of trouble there. It could be Richie Thoreau, who had a slide off yesterday. Just seemed to lose it on the back end. We'll get confirmation there. Just lost the back end. Yeah. Richie Thoreau. Yeah. Sorry, Morabil it is. It's his teammate, Morabil.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's looks like he's been able to pick the bike up. He might be able to at least get the rest of the race in, but he's not going to feature in the results. Oh, no!
Oh, 17 Mazzato's weekend comes to a premature end. Frustration. You can see him. They just want to race, these boys.
That looks like some sort of mechanical issue there, because he hasn't crashed. So unfortunately for Fernando Mazzato, his race is over.
Akid Aziz is in that little group who are trying to chase down. You know what? That is not easily gettable, but with still half of the race to go, positively gettable for Akid Aziz. Another right at the very back is having a problem, but Effendi Rosley, bike 36 in the red livery. He leads behind them. I think we've got Hazik Faruz is in there. Fernando Mazzato is out, but Effendi Rosley will be leading coming over the start-finish line. Right behind him is Fitri Ashraf Razali. Start of P23. Wawanwello is the latest to go out. Mechanical problems affecting the riders today. Very unusual.
It is unusual. These bikes are tuned to the 10th degree, but Wawanwello, what a run of bad luck he's had. That's 5 DNFs now in the last 6 races. So Wawanwello, boy, they need to find something there, don't they?
They certainly do. 4 in a row for Wawanwello. Got a feel for him. In the meantime, Effendi has been dropped. Who we got in the lead here? This is Gupita Krishna's made a move up to the front area as well. Aldi Satya, bike 570, avoids contact. Hazik Fairuz is still in there. 27 Hazik and Aldi Satya have been constants in this front little group. Behind them, where is Akid Aziz? He's still a long way behind. He's 8 seconds behind, 6 seconds behind that leading group of 19. Then he's in a group with Shafiq Grosley. Has there been a move by 1, 2, 3? McKinley Kalpaz? The answer is no.
McKinley Kalpaz is definitely not in the top 20 at the moment, so he hasn't made that run through the pack like he did yesterday, and there's just such a big gap between the front group and the second group. I don't think that McKinley Kalpaz can make up the deficit today. He had a big crash, he rode yesterday, and sometimes in the second day you're more injured, but look at the action now. Does it start to fire up with 3 laps to go?
Certainly is. They go up the hill with both Akid Aziz and McKinley Kalpaz likely to score 0 points today. This championship race has been opened up for an Ahmed Fasli Sham or a Wayu Trilatana or even Hazik Fairuz, and I think Hazik recognises that this is his opportunity. Bike number 27 is the man who has been right at the very front. He's got an opportunity here to pull closer. What is he? He was 44 points behind, 73 points behind, and 25 points here brings him within striking distance. Look over the shoulder from Hazik Fairuz. He must race his own race, Steve Martin.
Well, he certainly is going to try and do that, but he won't have it his way for very long as he gets eaten up down that big, long straight heading into turn 15. Once again, not sure who's going to be strong on the brakes here.
Hazik leaves it late, going round the outside. You've got Fitri Ashraf Razali. Fabulous racing from Fitri Ashraf, but we've got a new race leader as they go through. Look how close that is. Amrul Arif Musa from Fitri Ashraf, from Izzat Saadi, Hazik, Aldi Satya, Faiz Zekri, Razaiman, Gupita Krishna, Effendi Rosley. Look out for Ahmed Fasli Sham as well. He's another third in the championship standings. 0 points yesterday, but can get closer to the front two with victory today.
Things are starting to heat up just nice now. You can feel the tension in this race. With 2 laps to go, they really are starting to just let things go, aren't they? They really are starting to push those limits.
Faiz Zekri, 57 in the green, leads the way. Very close behind him, though. He's got 79 Fitri Ashraf Razali.
And Izzat Zaidi's there as well, so keep an eye on him. Rosley as well.
Wayu Nagrova, suddenly it's all changed. Those who were back at that first little group have suddenly come to the forefront. Razaiman Mohammed Saeed, he's got himself to the front for the first time. Razaiman got a podium place yesterday. What a performance this is from the local boy, Razaiman Mohammed Saeed. There he is, bike 97, trailing just at the moment into second place behind Izzat Saidi. Wow, if you do it once in some performance, but to do it back-to-back days from Razaiman, there is a problem. 193.
It's Duc Tan.
Oh, Duc Tan is out. Both Vietnamese riders are now out.
Oh, we got one of the riders in there.
Oh, the
no.
sideline.
That's
Gupita Krishna.
No. Unfortunately for Gupita Krishna, he's out of this one. Looks like there's something hanging off the machine there. Gear lever, so unfortunately for him, the SND team, it's all over. Let's just have another look as he heads in. He's got it sideways in the brakes, then collects back up one of the XOX TWKR SAG machines, and that's the end of his race.
Okay, we have got 1.5 laps to go, though. What a performance from Razaiman Saeed. Razaiman Saeed, have a look at this. It started in P23 as they come through the mist, they come through the haze. The numbers will become apparent as Gupita Krishna walks disconsolately back towards the pit lane. He looks all right. His bike, though, a bit of a write-off. They are 6 abreast as Hazik Fairuz leads them into this final corner for the penultimate time. Hazik Fairuz has been leading in that leading group from the very start, and it's Hazik Fairuz who leads coming into the final lap. Hazik of Malaysia in P1 from Amrul Arif Musa, Wayu Nagrova, Fitri Ashraf and Faiz Zekri. Look at the black clan, Faiz Zekri and Fitri Ashraf Razali.
And as they break in now, it's Wayne Ugaro who leads into turn one. He's got a little bit of a gap at the moment. He'll be trying to stretch the field out, but as we've seen, that's impossible. There's 19 riders in this lead group at the moment. That's 19 riders with a chance of victory, because we know that it only takes half a lap at this circuit to go from 19th to first. It could happen.
McKinley Calpasto is out of that group. He's too far behind. He's 6.5 seconds, 7.5 seconds behind, as is Akid Aziz. So, has he... Big crash. That is a big crash.
Points.
In fact, 3 have been taken out in the Oakland countryside. 2 of the riders are okay, 1 is still down.
Just have to wait and see who they are. That is number, not sure, that could be Amber Garcia, the wild card. And perhaps, yeah, I'm not sure who that is. Can't quite read the number at the moment. But meanwhile, back in the pits for Akid Aziz, that is just bad news for him, isn't it? Terrible.
It's terrible for him, but it's an opportunity for McKinley.